Hey peeps, welcome back to another Q&A. I know it's been a while since I've actually done a Q&A. Oh my god, I called you peeps. It's actually my little Sapphires, isn't it? That's how long I haven't done a Q&A for. I'm actually forgetting that I've got a new name to refer to you guys. Anyway, I know I look like death. It's Friday. I'm in my place having wine in my new place, hence why everything looks a bit different. Having some wine. Just sorting out my merch as well. That's right, I got some merch. Go buy my merch. I got some merch. Go buy my merch. Yeah, so I'm just been posting all that out today and signing it. So whilst I've been doing that, I just thought, oh my god, I need to do my Q&A. I haven't answered any of the questions which you guys sent me in like a month ago. You guys sent me in like WrestleMania related questions, and WrestleMania was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe even longer, and I'm only going to be answering your questions now. I feel so bad, but I've just been so busy. So anyway, I think we need to just get straight into a Q&A because I've got loads of questions to get through, and once again I don't know if I'm going to fit them all into a whole video, so I might have to do a second one, but hopefully that's cool with you guys. Also, we're nearly on 2.5k subscribers. Some people might think, oh, that's crap, but to me that's good because it shows like, you know, people are enjoying my videos and interaction's going good. I would love to get 3,000 subscribers. If I do somehow miraculously get 3,000 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway on my YouTube channel, and the giveaway will basically include some free merch. If you don't want to wait for me to get 3,000 subscribers, you're more than welcome to get my merch. You can basically just drop me a message on Instagram or Twitter and I will send you the details on how to get it. I sign them and I can do personal messages as well. But anyway, let's just get straight into the Q&A because I'm going on and on and on. Okay, Cameron Heff says, what was your favourite and least favourite moment in NXT TakeOver New York and WrestleMania 35? Right, so I watched all of WrestleMania 35. I love the fact that the women main evented. I really enjoyed Triple Threat match. I'm trying to think what else was on now. It was so bloody long ago, wasn't it? You know what? I was quite disappointed in Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar's match. I feel like they just didn't have enough time to make like an amazing match. I feel like a lot of matches on Mania were cut short, but that's just my opinion. Gerald Jennings says, what are your top three matches of your career? You know what, when people ask me this, I don't actually have any top matches in my career because in my opinion I feel like I've not worked for any major promotions or like, you know, got to wrestle like ex-WWE wrestlers and stuff like that to have them memorable moments. Like, you know, like in my last vlog, you guys probably knew that I am like quite frustrated with wrestling at the moment and how it's going for me. And I feel like I'm not like getting any of them opportunities. And it's probably my fault because maybe I should focus my time on training more and dieting and not drinking wine and stuff like that. But maybe I just like, you know, maybe I just don't want it as much as other people, or I don't know, like life is so busy. All the days roll into one, and I find that I have a really good week where I'm just training all the time, things going good, then all of a sudden depression kicks in and I'm stuck in bed for a few days, and then it takes weeks to get back into that. So yeah, I don't know, I still need to have my top three, well, my top one match, let alone three. Andrea Jackson said, did you ever thought of changing the style of wrestling, and also have you thought of changing the way how you stink face people? Think how Rikishi and Torrie Wilson did the stink face. Would you ever do the stink face like them or your own way? I am trying to move away from the stink face as much. Like, I'll only put it in certain matches if it's just like for a bit of fun, but I'm not putting it in all my matches. Wrestling style wise, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm actually a pretty good tech wrestler because when I was training for years, that's all I did. And when I was actually injured, I just watch tech wrestling, write it all down and just go through all the movements in my head and just sort of like practice it all. And like after my knee surgery, I could still do like a bit of tech wrestling type of thing. But like, you know, I couldn't do major things because my knee was like, ugh. But yeah, so like, you know, I do sometimes think maybe changing it to that, but I need to like somehow make it fun. Daniel Wolf says, any dream company you'd want to go to? Obviously it's always WWE. I think every wrestler, or majority of wrestlers, want to go to WWE because most of us grew up watching that and having that dream of going to WWE, didn't we? An account called Nadia Sapphire, which isn't my account by the way, said, odd question, but have you ever farted during a match? If so, how did you handle it? I've actually not farted during a match. I have had a girl fart on me though. I had her up, like I was rolling her up for a schoolboy, and she broke wind, and that broke the pin because I couldn't cope. I was just like, oh my god, I'm dying. So yeah, moral of the story, don't fart on me if you're wrestling me. Juvie Zem said, have you ever thought of doing a stink face in your underwear to completely humiliate someone, since your character is this mega bitch who likes to degrade people? Also, when you coming back to Malta, would love to take a picture with you. I've got no plans to come back to Malta this year, hopefully at some point though. I'd love to wrestle pro wrestling in Malta as well, so why don't you tweet them and make them bring me over so I can wrestle in Malta, and then we can have that picture after the show. As for the underwear situation, I'm a wrestler, not a porn star. Sean Bedard said, I was wondering if you could give me a shout out on your channel, and if you were in WWE, would you want to be on SmackDown or Raw? Well, Sean Bedard, here's a shout out. I hope you're well, and I hope you're enjoying the weekend, and yeah, I hope everything's good with you. I wouldn't care whether I was on SmackDown or Raw, because literally I just want to be in WWE, so I wouldn't care. I'd just be happy to be there. Ashley Smallman said, what are your top 5 favourite wrestlers through any era? If you could fight anyone, who would it be? Also, would you sign for IPW if you got the chance? Do you mean IPW in the UK or a different IPW? I probably look thick. Is there like a big promotion called IPW? Right. Top 5 favourite wrestlers of any era. So obviously Trish Stratus is my favourite. I loved Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero. Dean Malenko was pretty good too. I guess it depends like what era it was in as well, because like in the Alliance days, obviously I loved like Chris Jericho, I loved The Rock then, I just loved all the storylines. But like in nowadays, I love people like Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair. Like Charlotte Flair is like my favourite. She's like such an amazing athlete. So I guess it does depend whatever it was in. My face is itchy. I think it's because my makeup's coming off. I've had this makeup on like all day, and as you can see, I got dark circles under my eyes, probably from where like mascara is smudged and everything. Yeah. The Notorious Neil said, what wrestling school would you recommend, and what is the tuition fees? I guess it depends where you're based, really, isn't it? And every wrestling school has different fees. I went to 4FW, Forefront Wrestling training school. They no longer have a training school, but at the time that was the right school for me. When I first started, we pay a monthly fee, and it actually wasn't really that expensive. It's about like £45 a month, but I guess different schools are different for payments and stuff like that. Shazul said, who is your favourite all-round entertainer wrestler in their prime, Chris Jericho or Kurt Angle? They're both amazing wrestlers, and you know what, they both used to crack me up with their promos back in like the days when like they had like the Alliance. Like I know I was gone about it, but it was like my favourite era of wrestling. I still watch it on the WWE network at the moment because I'm literally like, I love that era of wrestling. Yeah, so I can't choose. Naveed Rehill said, do you think social media has a positive or negative impact on the pro wrestling industry? If you ask me this about other things, I'd say different, but regarding wrestling, I think it's got a really positive impact. I feel like more and more people talk about wrestling. Wrestling's trending, wrestlers are trending. It's made it a hell of a lot more popular. Like, even people who don't watch wrestling, like, say things like put RKO out of nowhere memes and say things like "you can't see me" and stuff like that. So even people who aren't interested in wrestling still know about wrestling and still know when WrestleMania is going on, and that's all because of social media. Like, I feel like social media is more like, you know, like when like girls look at like, you know, these amazing, beautiful model type women, and it just makes you feel crap about yourself. I feel like in that way social media could be negative, especially if you feel like, oh my god, like that person's got like Louis Vuitton shoes and Louis Vuitton bag and I can't afford any of it. Like, I know when I see people on holiday all the time or with like new clothes, new cars, new bags, I get depressed and I think, why haven't I got that? So I guess that's a negative effect it can have on you. But regarding wrestling, I don't see any negative effect social media has. I feel like it promotes it, and it promotes people like myself who, like, you know, don't wrestle on TV and don't wrestle all over, but somehow I can still get my footage out there over my social media for whoever follows me, and hopefully, you know, someone would see it one day and be like, oh, maybe I'll give this girl a chance. Omega Nova Storm said, what do you eat that makes your butt so big and fat? I love it. I like girls that never miss a meal. You know what? I actually don't miss a meal. Like, one thing I couldn't do would be to starve myself. Yeah, it's genetics though, it really is. As soon as I start losing weight, I lose weight on my breasts and my bum and my hips, and as soon as I start gaining weight, it just goes straight on them. It is literally genetics, being half Arab. Atranian Magic said, who is your biggest wrestling inspiration and why? I don't know, like... They also said, can you dance? And what's your go-to move? I can't dance, I can't twerk, I got no rhythm, but I'll always shake my booty. Keith Lamb said, who inspired you to start wrestling and who did you look up to? Trish Stratus inspired me to start wrestling, and that's who I looked up to at the time. Like, one more question. I got way more, but we're just going to go for one more question because this video is like 13 minutes long. Ben Johnson said, who's been your favourite opponent, Stinkface, and who would you like to in the future? And by the way, I still think you should have Stinkfaced both of your fans. No, have a Stinkface booth for your fans sometime. A Stinkface booth? Could you imagine that? It'd literally be like a photo booth, but with me bent over and my ass just Stinkface, and people are like, that sounds dodgy actually, forget I said that, guys. I don't have a favourite opponent, Stinkface. Who would you like to Stinkface in the future? Who would I like to Stinkface in the future? Thank you for tuning in for another Q&A. I'm going to finish my wine now. My hair's so greasy, I got gym in the morning. And I'm going to finish off sending and signing out some stuff for people. Take care. Love you, my little sapphires. Oh God, I look terrible.